Hey, Webster City Middle School, it's Allison.
And Ben, it's April 25th and it just snowed.
That's Iowa weather for you, all 4 seasons in 1 week. Now it's nice enough to get out and exercise.
Do you remember going to Hy-Vee Hall to hear about exercising your character?
Yeah, Sean Johnson was there as our guest speaker.
Let's go to Hank and Lincoln to hear about their trip to Hy-Vee Hall.
Hey WCMS, it's Hank.
And Lincoln.
Today we are here to talk about our field trip to Hy-Vee Hall for exercising our character. A couple of weeks ago, we had to do squats for a challenge.
We also got t-shirts to go to the event.
On the field trip, we listened to motivational speakers like Hannah Brandt, an Olympic women's hockey team player,
King Na, a.k.a. Naeem Hudson, a 12-year-old motivational speaker.
Stefan Diggs, a player on the Vikings football team,
and Rebecca Brunson, who plays for the Minnesota Lynx in the WNBA.
After, we got to dance with cheerleaders and mascots.
On the bus ride home, we ate healthy Hy-Vee lunches.
That was fun. I learned so much.
So did I.
That's it from us, so let's take a field trip on over to the Anchors.
Wow, that sure did look like a fun field trip. Do you know what else is fun?
What, math?
Yeah, that, and the Clarion Museum field trip.
That was an interesting trip. Let's go hear about it from Keegan.
Hi WCMS, Keegan reporting. On the 17th and 19th of April, the 6th graders went to the Heartland Museum in Clarion, Iowa. In the museum, we got to do many things. We walked around the town and the back room. They gave us 3 different presentations, and we got to play and make things. In the town, they had a jail, bank, hotel, ice cream parlor, hat shop, and many more. In the back room, they had a collection of automobiles, toys, and some more setups like a schoolhouse. The presentations were about living as a pioneer, what animals looked like and how Iowa used to be a prairie, and famous Iowans and planting our own grass. I thought it was amazing how they were able to fit an entire town in the building and still have room. I have to water my grass, so let's drop the mic on over to Sam.
I know the band students have worked very hard for the recent concert.
Let's go hear from Andy about the Parade of Bands.
Hello WCMS, I'm Andy, and you press play to listen to my report about Parade of Bands, where 5th through 12th graders play together in one big concert. To host all of us, we had to go to the high school for the concert. So going in chronological order, we have the 5th grade first. It is really amazing how much young children can progress in 1 year. Next, the 6th grade can be seen doing their best as well. These 6th graders are really progressing in their music. It's time for us, the 7th and 8th graders. I always knew we were good, but I didn't think we were that good. I hope all of us get even better for years to come. All right, let's end this parade with the anchors.
That was music to my ears. The 8th graders will sure miss Miss Reams.
Did you know Miss Reams went to Wartburg for college?
I did, and so did the 8th graders for their field trip.
Let's go to Drew to learn more.
Hey WCMS, it's Drew. Have you been thinking about college recently? Well, if you haven't, the 8th graders have been. 2 weeks ago, we went on a trip to Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa. We went around the campus looking at all the sites that our tour guide took us on. My favorite was the filming newsroom they have at Wartburg for their news show. The tour guide told us that the college will spend money to make sure that their graduates find a job in their first year out of college. The college has 4 cameras that total around $200,000. But I don't think the news channel was everyone's favorite part of the trip. Let's go find out what people's favorite part of the trip was. What was your favorite part about Wartburg?
I like the architectural details of the skywalk. I like the food.
The food.
What was your favorite part about Wartburg?
The food.
The nice people.
The girls.
The food.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. I guess the food was the best part. Let's not delay any longer and start our journey to Oregon with Katie.
Imagine what it would be like if you had to travel 2,000 miles on foot with limited supplies. Hey WCMS, it's Katie, and on the Oregon Trail, they did just that. We recently learned all about it in history class. We had to write a journal about what it was like on the Oregon Trail. We were to pretend we were moving to Oregon City from a given place. We were also given a family and a wagon train, which is the group of wagons we traveled with. We had to write about places we stopped at, any hardships that might have occurred, and how the journey was altogether. In all, we wrote 3 entries. Our first entry was from our home to Independence, Missouri, where we would set off on the trail. The second entry was from Independence to Whitman Mission, and for our last entry, we wrote about the journey from Whitman Mission to Oregon City, and starting our home in Oregon. Now that you know about the trail, let's go hear an example of a journal.
It has been about a month since we got to Independence. Our waiting track and the trail charters have been waiting to get a few more members before we leave. It was now May 8th, and we were having our final wagon train meeting at the corner house. The leader of our wagon train was George. They had to decide to make him the leader based on his background. He had experience with being a farmer and was also a fur trapper, so he would be a great pick to make good decisions.
Writing the journal was a long process, but it definitely taught us a lot about the Oregon Trail. I must get back on the trail now, so I will send it back to the anchors.
I know I can never travel the Oregon Trail.
Well, that's unfortunate. And now it is time for upcoming events.
There is honor choir in Huxley this Friday.
Also on Friday, 29 8th graders will be leaving for D.C.
The boys' track meet has been rescheduled for Thursday.
On May 3rd, there is an informational meeting for next year's WC to DC trip.
On May 1st, there is an honor band in Grandview.
Thursday, girls will have their home track meet.
And for further sports dates, check the WCMS events calendar.
Well, that's all, folks.
From the middle.
Shine.